I think that there is absolutely nothing in this world that a woman cannot do. We are superhumans. We're just superior. I'm sorry to say it, but there is no room that you don't deserve to be in. There's no goal that you can't accomplish. There's literally nothing you can't do that you put your mind to.
And the reason I will never lose is because I will never quit. For me, when I've got my eyes locked on something, and there are sometimes like seasons of things, or like you have to like shed things, right? That doesn't mean like you're quitting, but like for the end, the goal, like you're so focused on that, and by not giving up, like you can't lose.
I just think that women have this natural ability to connect and to get people to share with them, to open up. And that's like, it gives us an advantage because they're telling us what they need, what they want, what their pain points. And then we can come in with our product or service and be a solution to that.
Taylor, Fera, welcome to the Device Girls.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We are so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for driving all the way to Abilene. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to deep dive with you. So.
I'm pumped.
Me too. So Taylor is the founder of MedMatch Marketing, and she's a former medical sales rep. So she's going to kind of deep dive into what her company looks like and what she does for people trying to break into the medical sales industry. So
yeah. So I've been in medical sales for about a decade now. And, earlier this year kind of saw a gap in the industry. And, I'm sure you guys' DMs are flooded on LinkedIn of like, how did you get in the industry? And so I really saw a market here and really tapped into it, started promoting my business on TikTok, and have got a lot of engagement. And now we have a full-blown program where we help career changers or new grads or kind of people from all different walks of life break into this really competitive industry, because it is hard to get in, but it's definitely not impossible. And so it's really rewarding to show people their potential and let them walk into these interviews with confidence and then land the job. So
that's awesome. I love that. Can you tell us a little bit about how your journey into the industry started?
Yeah. So I had a little bit of an unconventional start. I did not have any experience. I found out about pharmaceutical sales and was really intrigued with it. I loved like anything, people facing. I love building relationships and talking to people. So I was like, I feel like this is something I would be really good at, but didn't realize like how hard it is to get into the industry. Started really leaning in on my network and trying to find out who I knew that was in the business, and started talking to them. I was literally willing to like take a front desk job and work my way up. I was like, I don't care what I do. Just give me the opportunity to prove myself. Ended up landing a job, a very, very low paying job that, thank God, my dad still let me live at home with him, because I would not have even been able to pay my bills. And then, worked really hard, learned the industry, did absolutely everything that I could to be successful in the role. Ended up getting picked up by a competitor within 6 months. And that first job, I consider that one like my real first job, because the first one was just kind of like trying to get my foot in the door. But that one like changed my life forever. And stayed with that company for about 4 years. I was doing physician liaison work for diagnostic imaging. So I was driving referrals. If doctor refers you for an MRI, CT, ultrasound, I was like the face of the business, going and educating them on our radiologists, like our turnaround time, obviously the quality of the images. And it taught me so much about the industry, just about like insurances and the different like physicians' offices, all the different specialties. And I got to really get exposure to all the different type of physicians in my area, which really set me up for success when I wanted to transition into device, because I had this network of all these different doctors. So yeah, I loved it. And I've just loved being in medical sales. Obviously, like the flexibility of the job, it's so rewarding to help patients. And, it's not a bad network to have doctors in your corner too.
Absolutely.
So, right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So after your radiology diagnostic job, where did you kind of like find yourself in the industry?
Yeah. So I wanted to get into device sales whenever I first got in the industry, but it was so hard to break in. And so I knew just getting my foot in the door, and I loved my job. The working in diagnostic imaging was a perfect first job. It taught me so much. But once I felt like I had kind of hit my ceiling there, I was like, okay, I have a huge network. I have proven success in this career. Like I know that I would be successful in any role I take in this industry. So I just kind of, again, leaned in on my network. Who do I know who's hiring? And I knew some of the reps for spinal cord stimulators and kind of just was like, hey, are y'all looking for a rep? And they were like, well, for you, yeah. So I just kind of asked if I could get into the industry, and it just so happened they were kind of like taking on they had needed some people. And so I went directly into being a territory manager.
That's amazing. So. That's amazing. What's this saying? The shots you didn't take, like you'll miss 100% of the shots that you didn't take. Yeah.
So I think that's something that I've been really good at about in the industry too, is knowing when I've kind of hit my limit and when it's time to move on.
What has that looked like for you? Like what has that, when you're like, okay, is it like a lack of growth in like roles for you to move up and climb the ranks, or like, what does that look like for you?
I think like income obviously being one, once you feel like you've kind of hit your max that you're going to make at a job, but also like promotional wise, if like there's no ceiling to grow, like, and that ended up being something at one of my positions. I won't name names, but once people are in that role, they tend not to leave. And so it's really hard to get promoted because I mean, no one wants to leave. And so you're there and you have to be okay being there for like a really long time until someone maybe gets moved on to even higher position, which takes really long.
A long time.
But then I also don't want to like encourage people just to go like career hop too. But I think that that's kind of how I've avoided burnout in the industry, because people do get burnout in this industry. It is very high pressure, high demand job. Very rewarding and it's great. But I think that I've always just known, okay, this isn't really serving me anymore. I've hit my ceiling and it's time to move on. And I think that's why I've had a long career and I've really enjoyed all the different roles that I've held in the industry as well.
What has been your favorite challenge, or what has been your hardest challenge and your favorite moment of being a rep?
Okay, so hardest challenge is probably just like the beginning of my career, because I didn't come from a sales background. And as you know, like handling objections and like walking into an office and like handling rejection, which like now I'm like, tell me no, I don't care. It's fine, all good. But I think in the beginning, anytime you step into a new role, you really have to learn like your footing and your pitch and how you like, and also the type of salesperson you want to be. I am not a pushy salesperson. I'm a very relationship driven salesperson, and that doesn't work for all companies and products. And so I think that was the biggest challenge in the beginning, was like just trying to figure out who I was going to be as a sales rep, what kind of sales rep I wanted to be, and like how I was going to go about, you know, developing my career. And then the most rewarding part of my career, I think in Device, it was really great to see the impact on patient lives you're having. It really is so rewarding. To this one story in specific, there was a guy that was in such bad chronic pain that he was like, I just want to be able to dance with my wife again. And after implanting the stimulator, he was able to do so. And you're just like literally notebook moment. So it's like those kind of things. And now with MedMatch helping other people, it's so rewarding every single time I've been working with a client, and to watch their confidence go from like, I don't really know if I'm like qualified for this, to like texting me like, Taylor, I got the job. It's like, I'll never get over getting those texts. It's like the best feeling.
Well, ever. And like, I think that's what I love. We talk about this all the time, of like being on this side of the industry. You are somewhat kind of removed from patients in the sense of like, you don't see pre-op, you don't see post-op. But like the impact that you're having, it's profound, right? But, and like take away now what you're doing and what you're building, the amount of patients that you're impacting through the people that you're driving into your program, and that you're like helping land a job in this industry, that's next level. You know what I mean? So like, be proud of yourself. That's awesome.
Thank you. And I will say, like 9 times out of 10, like whenever I talk to my clients about interview prep, one of the questions I always have them kind of go over is your why.
Yep.
Why do you want to get into medical sales? And all of them say they want to help patients. So I'm like, you're getting in the right career. Obviously, I have to tell them, well, it's a sales job. We got to want to like sell things too, obviously. But they're just like these people that really want to come and have this rewarding career where they make an impact in patients' lives. And I think it's so great that that medical sales gives you the ability to like kind of be your own boss sometimes, have a flexible career, make good money, and just like it's so rewarding because you're genuinely helping people's lives.
Yes.
So that's why it's the most sought after sales job in the nation. So,
but it's also sometimes like sometimes we forget like how much, like what Sarah's saying, like how much of an impact we make because like you're not directly like face to face with that patient. You're not like, so sometimes when you're tied up in like, I was talking about this earlier, like the monotony of like what you're doing to help make sure that you're helping that surgeon then help that patient. Like that's the part that is sometimes hard to like, because you know how it is in the industry. Like you got 50,000 different things on your brain. Like you're in that moment, you're not thinking, oh, wow, I'm really impacting this person. Cause you're like, do I have this thing?
Yeah.
You know? So I think it's really important for people to remember that. And I actually love that the people that you are interviewing are saying that they have the compassion for patients and want to help them.
Yep. Exactly. And I would say that's like the same thing for physicians, you know, like I'm sure every day they're just like kind of going through the motions. I think about that with surgeons all the time of like, this is just a job and they like have to like just turn sometimes, but they all got into it to help for the same reason. Like we're all in this for people, for humanity. And so I think it's really cool. And I think, I think we can all remind ourselves of that at the end of the day. Like I know the days are long, the days are stressful and overwhelming, but it's so rewarding. We're doing really impactful work and you never know whose lives you're changing. Yeah. And so it's really cool.
Isn't it cool too? Like how God orchestrates, like, I don't know. Did you feel as though you ever saw yourself growing up to kind of lead into the coaching side of now what you're doing? Like you're a coach.
I make a joke with like that first boss that, God gave me my opportunity. He really did take a chance on me. He saw potential in me. And I joke with him now because it's like a full circle moment because when I first got into sales, he would make me do role playing and I did not like role playing.
Gosh, nobody does.
Yeah. But now I have a literal company built off of making people role play in interviews and like do this. So I'm like, it's a full circle moment and I love it. I love teaching. I love just like speaking life into people and like making them realize their potential because like if I would have had someone to just give me that extra confidence boost when I really didn't feel like I deserved to be in this industry, it would have made all the difference for me. So now that I get the opportunity to do that, it's amazing. It's like a real passion project for me and I could not be happier that it's crazy because I've always wanted to own my own business. And I've tried a couple different like business avenues and like who knew what the real company that I needed to do was like in my industry the whole time that I was like trying to potentially like get out of. I get to help more people.
That's amazing.
Get into it. So very exciting and I love it.
There's definitely something behind like I call it fake it till you make it with your confidence and then eventually one day you're just like there.
Yeah.
But
no, I tell my clients that all the time. They're like, okay, well, I'm not like, so part of interview prep, I'll give a little, free insight into my coaching. Always closing your interview. Like you always want to ask them, like, is there anything I can help clarify to make you feel more confident in moving forward with me as a candidate? And sometimes my girls are very like shy and I'm like, okay, let's just leave her at the door. Let's step into this like alter ego. Because if you're going to be a sales rep, you kind of have to like take on this persona that you might not necessarily be in your everyday life, but that's okay. Like to leave that at the door. Fake it till you make it. Like confidence is the biggest superpower. And so that's the biggest compliment I get from my clients is that you've just helped my confidence so much. And I'm like, that's really all you need. I mean, like, you need to be able to talk and communicate and build relationships. But if you can walk in with confidence, like you will set yourself up for success.
Yes. And I love like Mel Robbins, like she talks about this on her podcast and her book too, that it's not even technically fake it till you make it. It's like envisioning the life that you want. What is it? I mean, and embodying that person. Like if this is who you want to be, like act like that person and become that person.
Yep.
And like, I mean, I don't know.
I just saw something. I don't remember what it was on, but it was like talking about like the most successful people in the world. It's not like their background. It's not the like, money or schooling or anything. It's they have this belief in themselves that they will accomplish anything that they set their mind to.
It's pure delusion, to be honest.
I love being a delusional.
I love being
delusional.
I do too.
Love
Because
being
nobody
delusional.
can take it away from you.
No.
Yeah.
Like once you develop that mindset, nobody can take it away from you. And I tell my mom this all the time. Like I just have this mindset. I will never lose. And the reason I will never lose is because like I will never quit. Like, I mean, like for me, when I've got my eyes locked on something, and there are sometimes like seasons of things, or like you have to like shed things, right? That doesn't mean like you're quitting, but like for the end goal, like you're so focused on that. And by not giving up, like you can't lose.
Yeah.
Because you cannot beat somebody that doesn't ever, give up.
I like
So-
sometimes get angry when people try to put like a negative thought. You remind me because you bringing up parents and like I love my parents, but sometimes they're like, "Are you sure about that one, Haley?" I'm like, "Don't even ask me that because it's gonna happen and watch me one day."
Yeah.
Like But I get like seriously mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't even like put that negative thought in my brain.
Yeah.
But no, what I was gonna say, and this came to mind, is I love that you are helping people break in because like. We did not know what we were doing when we were trying to break in, even like coming from MSC.
Yeah.
And I remember was I one of the first girls to like interview, I guess.
in our class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember
There
like,
were only 4 girls in our class. There were
Yeah,
6
and the
guys,
rest
4
were like
girls.
guys.
Yeah.
I know, male-dominated industry.
I
I'm
love
trying to
it.
change
Yeah.
the statistics, though.
I had no idea what I was doing. I was so nervous, like my pits were sweating, and I did not have that confidence on that first one. But what I will say is at least I still have the picture. I find it in my photos sometimes. And I was in one of like our rooms in MSC, and it was just a Zoom interview. And I was like, my pits were sweating. I was so nervous. And the girls were all, I didn't know this till later. They were all crouched down like this. Like
Yeah.
by
It was
the
like
door.
in the
'Cause it
girls'
was-
bathroom type thing. Like
no. This was when I was interviewing.
Yeah, I
it was a
know.
glass
Yeah, we're like
door.
listening.
And we were listening. We listened to the
Yeah,
whole
but they had their
thing.
ears like against the door and they were like listening to the
Mhm.
whole thing. And one of the instructors, I guess he took a picture of it. And I was just like,
Oh, you need to
Okay.
send me that.
I didn't know like the whole time I had that support though.
Yeah.
But then for like my next interview, because then they were able to tell me like, hey, you did really good, like blah, blah, blah. And like that gave me more confidence to
Yeah.
like
That.
keep pushing. But
That's
So like, does
I
medical
love what you're
sales
doing.
college like set up the interviews for you guys, or was it just
No.
like mock ones, or these are ones you just got?
these are
and
ones
you-
that I
yeah.
got through
Okay.
like connecting with people on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
But-
you'll have to tell me more about all that because I've actually been curious because we have had a lot of people that go through the medical sales college program reach out to us, inquire about, and we've even talked about reaching out to them and maybe trying to like help with interview prep because I think they do such a good job of like really setting y'all up for success and like teaching you about the industry. I just noticed that there's like maybe a little bit of gap in like the interview prep and like actually landing the position after, but I don't know enough about it truly to speak on it.
We
So I
can
would
definitely
be interested.
chat for sure.
Definitely interested to hear y'all's perspective on it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the confidence that you can get from, just talking through some of these things, thinking about your answers, and me really helping people identify their transferable skills, even if they don't have sales experience. I'm like, okay, well, you've had a job before. Those jobs have taught you things that are going to be relevant, whether that's client relations, account management, selling, communications. Like there's so many different things. And sometimes it's just helping people. I tell people all the time, I'm like, don't say you don't have experience. Say, these are my skills and this is the rep you'll get from me, even if I don't have medical sales experience.
Right.
And so I think that is really important to hiring managers too, being able to walk in and say, okay, look, I can understand that I might not be your first pick of a candidate because I don't come with this extensive background, but it doesn't make me any less qualified. Let me tell you why. I will still be great in the role. I'm coachable. I'm adaptable. I love building relationship with people and I can influence decisions. And sometimes that's kind of all you need. And so that's where I really come in and help people identify where their skills are, why they're just as likely to land a job in this industry as someone that maybe comes with a little bit more of sales experience.
Yes.
Mhm.
I love that. And I love what you're doing, especially in like making the comment about, growing the statistics of women in this industry.
Oh yeah.
I think that like we're literally superhuman. We have superpowers that I'm just sorry that men you'll never have. And that I'm not dissing you. Like you are made perfectly in God's image for you to do the things that you need to do. We, on the other hand, have just next level superpower. And I think like our influence and like just even like the motherly instinct of like whether you are a mom or not, like just the way you naturally just empathize and relate to people gives us totally a different approach in selling.
It's true. Like, it's not always a good thing to have like emotion behind what you do is what I'll say. But like sometimes just being straight logical is not the answer either.
Yeah.
And so like, I feel like we have a good way to like meet people in the middle sometimes, like when it comes to influencing a decision or what have you. But
well, and everyone knows in sales, like the more information, sorry if I bumped this, the more information that your client's going to give you gives you the upper hand in selling. And I just think that women have this natural ability to connect and to get people to share with them, to open up. And that's like, it gives us an advantage because they're telling us what they need, what they want, what their pain points. And then we can come in with our product or service and be a solution to that. But I do feel like women just have this natural ability to connect and get people to share things with us.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, I know I do. I love it. I love a little tea session.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love that.
Can kind of
so and then I'm really passionate about like only 1 in 5 women hold leadership positions in medical sales. So like I just love, I will say I love the men. I work with men. They're great.
They are.
90% of our clients are women. And it just like makes me feel so good. In our first medical sales networking event that we threw, it was probably, it was over 100 people. And I would say like 90% of the people there were females. And it was just like, this is so amazing. Look at all of these boss girls that want to get into this male dominated industry. And it just like makes me feel like if I can even change the statistics a tiny bit in favor of women stepping into this and having the confidence to know that they can thrive and do so well and have a long, great career, then I will be happy with the mark that I left on the medical sales industry.
I love that.
So since you brought this up, talk about like your networking events that you have. Are you having more coming up?
Yes, I'm so excited.
And what do those look like?
Yeah, so the first one we did like 2 kind of back to back. And so they were both went off really well. We always have people land jobs at these. So I'll try to get hiring managers to come out. I invite reps that are in the industry that just want to like advance their career or just, like it's great to know other people in the industry because maybe Dr. So-and-so and they can give you a connection with that. I think that this industry is just huge on networking. But then obviously we invite our girls and guys that are aspiring to be in the industry. And I always try to set up a panel to answer questions they may have and just give them resources to try to break into the industry. And so they've gone really well. We always have people walk away with jobs and interviews, which is great, and just get to learn more people in our community. But we're extra excited because we're going nationwide next year.
Oh my gosh.
So we are going to do Los Angeles, Chicago, Tampa, and Phoenix. So those are going to be our 4 first stops. So if anyone is in that market, y'all should come to all of them with us. Come on, we'll get on a plane and go. But we're really excited to start tapping into the other markets because we're obviously local to Texas, Houston specifically, and those have been great. But we're ready to take MedMatch nationwide. And honestly, all of our clients are all over the nation. Like people assume since I'm in Houston that I have a lot of Houston-based clients, and I have some, but I work with people in New York, Washington, D.C., L.A., Florida. I had someone in Kansas. So my clients are literally all over, which is also just so amazing to see how many people want to get into this industry like nationwide. And also how the different markets are too, the different job markets. Wild. But yeah, so the networking events next year, we will be in different states, and I'm really excited just to continue to grow those and help more people break into the industry and educate people and just build this huge community of people that want to motivate each other and learn from each other and help each other. So
Hell yes. I love
I love
that.
that.
Look at
and
the
maybe I'll have to come
footprint.
over in Abilene. We need to do a med match event in Abilene.
I
Yes,
know.
do
You
it.
need to come to Dallas too, because I live in
Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah. I have clients in Dallas that let me know if you know any jobs hiring. I'll send them your resume.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, well, we definitely want to do Dallas and Austin, San Antonio, but I'm really excited to just, I want to do one in every city. I want to just have a bunch of networking events. It's so fun. I love meeting all these people and just connecting. And like I said, just growing a community of people that are passionate about helping people and helping each other break into the industry and be successful.
That's amazing.
I love that.
Okay. So talk to us about like how you're structuring I want to deep dive into like how you're structuring your course, what that looks like. And then, but also these networking events, like what does that look like for people coming to them and what can they expect out of each, event?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So for the networking event specifically, we have a couple different ideas of ways we want to take it. But the main one we're doing right now, like I said, we're inviting aspiring medical sales reps along with people that are already in the industry and hiring managers, recruiters, just a bunch of people to come together to help people land jobs or just even ask questions of like how to go about it. We also provide education on the different roles. I think there is a lot of people just assume medical sales is device, like you're in the OR, you're like on the front lines, where there's so many other roles that people don't really know about, like physician liaison work, diagnostic imaging, lab sales, pharmaceuticals. So really trying to educate people, because I think that there's different personality types and not everyone wants to be in the OR around all the blood and everything. So you can still be in a sales role and impacting patient lives and not be in the OR. So we really try to educate people on that. Teach them how to talk about their transferable skills, how to make their resumes stand out, the questions they should be asking when the reps take the time to get on the phone with them. So we do that at our networking event and then also with our coaching calls. So our programs, we do a intro call to talk about our clients' goals, where they want to be, and then how we can come in and really help them, get there. We help them with their resume. We help them identifying the right roles for them. I really talk them through their personality, where they feel like they're going to thrive. Because the last thing we want to do is push someone into a job that they're unhappy with or don't feel like they're going to be successful in. So really spending time one-on-one with our clients. And then going through the interview prep, helping them get their stories ready. Y'all know situational questions are huge in medical sales interviews. So helping them articulate, who they are, who they're going to be as a rep, why they are the right candidate for the position. And we do all of this one-on-one. So I do a Zoom call with every one of my clients every single week. And we just I tailor it to meet them where they're at. What's going on this week? What have you heard back from these companies? Do we need to run through mock interview? How's your resume doing? Are you landing interviews? So everything is so specific and one-on-one to each of my clients, which is why I feel like we have a high success rate, because our clients are landing jobs in like 6 to 8 weeks.
That's amazing.
Yes. So, and I know it can take sometimes 6 months to a year, and I'm blown away. And I think that it's a testament to my clients. We don't do any cold calling on clients. So I don't ever just like message people like, hey, do you want to break into medical sales? Every single one of our clients comes to us. And I think that that's why there's a high success rate, because if you want to be in this industry, you're going to make it happen. And those are the clients that I want to work with.
Absolutely.
I want you to want this. I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to like not take no for an answer, because that's kind of how you have to be once you land the role, and that's going to set you up for success in your role. So, these girls and guys that I'm working with, they're driven, they're go-getters, they want to invest in themselves, and those are the qualities that you're going to need to be successful. And so, I love my clients, and I love spending time with them, and they're from all different backgrounds. We work with new grads, nurses. We work with so many nurses that want to get into medical sales. And so it's just cool. I get to work with so many amazing people that I know are going to be so successful and like have such an impact on patients' lives. So it's so
amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Are you ever going to do anything like eventually at some point, maybe you would do this now with people that are like already in the industry, but they're trying that they want to transition to a different spot, or maybe they want to move into like a different aspect of the industry?
Yeah. So I have a guy actually that just did a program with us that was a top performing pharmaceutical rep. And
Uh-huh.
I guess I didn't realize there was such like a stigma with like pharma reps going to device. I maybe didn't know about it, but apparently it can be challenging. And so
Mhm.
he hired us and we did one-on-one coaching with him. And you'd think he's like a top performing rep, but there was just a couple things in his interview process that were maybe preventing him from like landing the role. He was
Mhm.
amazing. Like he's a great salesperson,
Mhm.
building
But how it's being
relationship.
communicated.
But yeah, just like we
Mhm.
just like tweaked a couple things and
Mhm.
within 4 weeks he got a job in device. So yeah, we're working with
Awesome.
people that just want to advance their careers, want to change maybe from pharma to device. So
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. I'm working with all different types of clients.
Mhm.
That's
So
good.
and
Awesome.
it's cool to see someone that's already had a really successful career in the industry
Mhm.
still see value in what we're doing
Yes.
and want to work with us. And it was really rewarding to see him like so quickly just after working with us transition into like
Yeah.
his dream position. So it makes
Yeah.
us feel good every time,
Absolutely.
our clients see value in the services that we're providing.
How
So
does that, how has building that network looked for you in regards to having these reps or hiring managers, show up and like be involved in the process and like building that for you?
yeah, I have so much support actually. It's kind of
That's
crazy.
awesome.
I was really big on TikTok. That's where I got most of my following and where I get like most of my clients, but I've been really
Mhm.
trying to step up my LinkedIn game and it's just crazy the amount of like hiring managers and reps that support in the sense that they're like, I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
I really appreciate what you're trying to do for the industry.
Mhm.
Even honestly, some of the other coaches in the industry. I'm not the only one that does this. And so it's cool the community that we have that even they've reached out and been like, I think this is great. I really see your
Love it.
success. It's a very supportive community and it makes me feel good that like there's reps that I've never even met in real life. I'm just like connections with them on LinkedIn
Yeah.
that will be like, hey, I'm sending someone your way. Hey, I told someone about your services. It's so
Mhm.
supportive.
Love it.
And that's all I want to build through this. I want a community of people that want to see women succeed in this and also
Mhm.
men and just like build each other up and want to help each other and not really want anything out of it. I
Mhm.
haven't had
Yes.
anyone be like, well, you can send you business. You can give me a referral. Like they've all
Yeah.
just been genuinely
Yeah.
like referring people to me because they see that I'm helping people and they like, I don't know. It's just,
I
it's
love
been
that.
really cool to see hiring managers, just reps from all over the nation reach out to me
Mhm.
and try to refer people. And so I feel like we are definitely building a strong community and I could
Mhm.
not be more thankful.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's also really important because, like, I mean, like you said, yeah, people ask questions all day long, but it's like we're too busy to like. I can sit there and give you a piece of advice or
Mhm.
something, but like to sit there and actually like walk you through it, like, don't have the time.
Yeah.
Whereas like you are specifically doing that and you're helping
Yeah.
people all day long, and you have the time to sit down, like the time that you actually need to sit
Yeah.
down with them and
Yes.
actually
To
help
give them like a fair
Yes.
shot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like the quality time that they deserve.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
and it's not that it sounds bad. Like it's not bad. I mean, it's just our lives are so,
Right.
Yeah.
demanding in the industry and
Yeah. Y'all, I'm sure y'all are flooded. And I also like obviously our services are paid for. So these people will have to make that investment in
Yes.
themselves. But I also just try to flood my TikTok with free advice
Yeah.
because not everyone has the means to make that investment. So if I
Right.
can make an impact, and that's really rewarding too, people be like, I had a girl comment literally on my Instagram today and say, I didn't get into medical sales, but I did take all of the tips that you've shared. And I just landed a job that I
Aw.
don't think that I was qualified to get because of what you posted. And I had another guy
Wow.
recently say something like, I took some of your tips and I tweaked my resume and I landed a job after 6 months of trying to get in the industry. So even people that I'm not directly working with one-on-one,
Mhm.
I'm
You're
still having an
impacting.
impact on their lives and letting them see their potential
Mhm.
and maybe land a job that's literally life-changing for
Yeah.
them. So I can't talk about enough how rewarding this is and how
Yeah.
much I love this. And I think they say, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's just how I feel.
Good.
I love building this community. I love helping people. And it's really cool to see that like just making these like 30-second videos on TikTok are really having an impact.
Mhm.
So I love it.
So what made
That's
you take the
amazing.
jump from just like doing this full time, like rip the Band-Aid off and just
There's such a huge market for this.
Yeah.
I'm like busy, girl. I'm booked and busy.
Yeah.
Which is good. There's only enough
Yeah.
hours in the day.
Yes.
And I'm a new mom. I have a baby that I love so dearly.
Aw.
And so trying to balance it all, it got to
Yeah.
a point where I was like, I know if I am to the point where I'm taking time away from my son, then it's time to pull the cord and go
Yeah.
full time and bet on myself. And it got to that point. And so now I'm 100% med match, and I'm helping dozens of clients a week, more than, I mean, we were working with so many people right now, and it's so awesome. And
That's
so as
amazing.
sad as I am to technically leave the industry, I don't know if I
You're
would even
not.
say
You're not,
that.
though.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
you're
still
so-
involved.
yeah.
You're probably more connected than most. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just doing it a little differently.
Yes.
I'm still in the industry. I'm just
Yep.
helping more people get in, more quality people that may not have been given the opportunity had they just like blindly applied. And so like if I'm helping, and that's another thing, is there's so many people that would be so successful in this industry. They just need like a little bit of guidance to like break in. So that was like my real push, is like I got to a point where I was like, I don't want to take too much time away from my son. And if it gets to the point where I'm busy enough to do this is what I'm passionate about. And so if I have to leave, not leave the industry, but leave my position to do this, then I'm going to choose this, because this is, like I said, this is what
So
I'm passionate
important.
about. And this is what I love. And this is my why. This is why I wake up in the morning and I'm excited to do what I do. And like I've said it like 5 times, but every time I get a text from a client that says, I got the job, Taylor, it's like the best feeling in the entire world. So
I love that.
Well, okay. No, I was going to say the reason I asked you that question is because I don't know if everybody knows, but we met on TikTok.
Yes.
And so we just like, what do we do? Like a Zoom call and stuff. And that's like when we first
we
met.
did.
Or was it Zoom? Did we really, are we that cheesy?
no, I think we got on FaceTime.
Or did we get on
Okay,
FaceTime?
we
Okay,
were
I'm
on
like,
FaceTime.
anyway. But I remember we were talking to you, and this was like when you just first like started this, like the idea was still blooming, And so then you came in today, and I was like, whoa, girl, like that was in June? And you're
gosh,
it did.
with
It
flying
went quick.
colors.
It really did go quick. I'm like, I pinched myself. I can't believe that I started my company in June and I'm full time with it already. It really is so humbling, and like, it's a dream come true. It really is. And it's been so cool to watch you guys grow too. I feel like we're
Thank
in
you.
this together.
In the baby
We've been-
stage. Yes, like we
Yes.
just grown together. No, I love it. And honestly, so like social media to me, I know that can be a negative place.
Yes.
But
Mhm.
I adore the power of social media.
Oh, for sure.
Like what you were saying earlier, the fact that you can get on and like it's just free bits of information to learn whatever you need. And like the network that you can build, the community that you can build, like this, for instance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy,
Yeah. And I think that the social media that we're on specifically in like the medical device sales, medical sales, TikTok world, also supportive. Like I've met so many
supportive.
girls, so many guy reps that are encouraging, and they're like, I'm going to send people, like I said, like just like referring me. I want to see you guys thrive. I want to see anyone in the industry thrive and like help more people. And so I know that the internet can be a negative place, but I feel like the community that we have on TikTok, like I only see like positive stuff. So
sure.
I love it. And I love, seeing all the people that are really like coming out and like showing a day in the life of medical sales, and like there's more vlogs, because I think that not enough people know about this, and like it's cool to see the ins and outs, and there's obviously like you don't know all the day-to-day things. So I don't know, I love seeing everyone share their experiences in the industry and shed light on such an amazing industry, because I think it's one of the best jobs in the world.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. And I think we've talked about this so much. Like when we were breaking into the industry, it is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It is a ginormous industry, but yet it's so hush-hush. Why is that? It's because like platforms online, like this isn't something like it's now finally getting there. Like there are people that are pioneering this, like like that. But it just, nobody is seeing the day-to-day. Nobody really understands what this looks like. And in different specialties, different roles, like, I mean, it is wild. Like when I'm posting things, like, because I'm doing stuff like, yes, I have, a ton of time in the OR, but then I also have a ton of admin work to do. And so, or meetings and Zoom calls. And like, you don't realize like what does this actually look like? Yes, do I probably spend an hour and a half sitting in my car doing this, that, or the other, or driving from account to account? Like the amount of windshield time that you get as a rep, like it's like, what does this really look like? And so I love that everybody's coming out and just being super transparent and just showing what that looks like.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's really been crazy too to see just people across the healthcare space in general, like not just med device, of like what we get on our videos and stuff, and like there are so many different like jobs you can take in healthcare that people don't know about, and like people are like, yes, you're shining light on like my career, and like it's just so crazy. Or like the support, and then also like there are people on social media now that are now like shedding more light on like those different awesome careers and opportunities that like we didn't even know existed. So it's wild.
So for us, like we're on this side of the industry, but like our goal with the podcast is like if we can inspire one person to become a cardiovascular perfusionist or a respiratory therapist, or be able to like sit and watch like a long in-depth interview and understand like, what does this look like? Like, what is this career and profession? And we can inspire one person to step into their calling or find their calling, you know, like then like that is when we've talked about like, how are we going to measure success for us here? Like, that's it. Like
I think y'all are doing it, girls. Like I'm so proud to watch y'all. And I think that, some of y'all's podcasts that I've seen, I'm like, this is so amazing. I would never know anything about this. So I was literally just going to say, I think y'all are doing exactly that. You're leaving amazing impact on like the healthcare industry. And I love that y'all just have guests from all different walks of lives. I think it's like amazing. So y'all are doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
You too.
It's super rewarding.
So what's like one large piece of advice you could give, I guess, anybody trying to break into medical sales, or number one thing you tell people that come to you as a client?
Yeah, you have to believe in yourself first and foremost. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to believe that you deserve to be in the room just as much as someone else. And this is something that I struggled with a lot of my career, is believing that I deserve to be there.
Yeah.
And once you can convince yourself that there's not a single person that deserves to be there more than you, then it will be, things will start to change. Your perspective will start to change. Your confidence will start to change, the way you speak about yourself. And so that's my number one bit of advice. If you want to get into this industry, you've got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I can help with the rest of that. I can help with your resume. I can help you with your answers in your interview. What I cannot help you with is the belief in yourself. You have to believe in, and I'll speak life into you all day. I'll speak confidence into you all day, but you have to believe in yourself. And so that's definitely my number one advice for all of my clients.
Where do you think that people can go find that for themselves? Like realistically.
God. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's true. No, it's true.
Yes. God made you perfectly. And if he thinks that you're good enough, then you should believe that you're good enough.
True.
That's I mean,
true.
I can go on and on about that. But truthfully, I mean, God. And then also I think,
knowing your why.
Yeah, knowing your why. And I mean, I don't know. I think that, I don't know how I want to say this, but I think that everyone should love themselves, believe in themselves, because you're here for a reason. You were put on this earth for a reason, and you can choose to do something with it or choose not to. I think every day we wake up and we have a choice. And I like to try to encourage people to make that choice and really think about it every single morning. You woke up, you are breathing, you've got a roof over your head. Like, I think perspective is everything too. And once you're able to shift your perspective, then you shift your mindset. And once you shift your mindset and like your attitude and your energy and like things just start attracting to you. So I don't know if I even answered that, but I think that, if you wake up every day and know that you're blessed to be here and have another day, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with 100%. Your day today to make someone smile, to make an impact, to leave something good in the world?
Yeah, no, that's true. I love that you said like just to make someone smile, because like that, I think like people day to day, they get so caught up in everything they're doing, but like even just that is like you are making an impact. Yes, there are like way larger, broader scope ways to make a huge impact on people, but like even just like make someone smile. Like that's one thing that I always try to do, like within
Mhm.
work, even in the hospital, like
Mhm.
everybody knows who I am because I say hi, and like
Yeah.
if I can throw a little joke out there, and just like if you're
Yeah.
stressed out, like, you know,
Yeah.
like it's just about like making the world a better place.
And
at the end of the
never
day.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, like that is a huge thing in our role as reps
Mhm.
is to be the inspiration, like
Mhm.
to help set the mood, help set the tone, help like encourage confidence and like in belief in what they're doing,
Mhm.
belief in the technology they're using. Like, I mean, we're like, what is not mindset, but attitude shifters in the room. Like we just
Yeah.
are, you know? And that I think this may be cheesy and dorky and like, but that is probably one of my favorite things in this role. Like I love being able to just show up and be so obnoxiously positive and
Mhm.
like, how is your day today? And like, because honestly, like the healthcare industry is so stressful. It's so
It is.
stressful, you know, that I
Mhm.
think
Mhm.
the culture can be hard sometimes
Yeah.
because of the weight of what healthcare providers carry. And so like just like showing up and being happy, like
Yeah.
that's not how a lot of people are every day. And so like just being overly obnoxious and ready to just be that person that walks in every day, smile on your face,
Mhm.
hello, ready to
Yeah.
go. Like I literally, I just
I
love
want
it.
you to be annoyed by my
Exactly.
positivity.
Exactly.
That's
I
me.
love
People are
it.
like, "What is wrong with you? Did you drink a lot of caffeine?" I'm like, "No. Good morning.
Yes.
Wake up.
I'm like,
Wake up.
Hello. I'm happy to be here."
Yeah. No, what you were saying earlier about like delusional, like
Mhm.
I want to like just be delusional to like all the negativity. I just
Uh-huh.
want to like live
Oh.
in my own little blissful
Same.
bubble every day, and like I just refuse to accept any
Same.
negativity.
Oh my god, it's like
yeah.
it's like the little character from Horton Hears a Who. Or what is
Horton
it?
Hears a Who?
Yeah. Horton
Which
Hears a
one?
Who, the little pink fluffy girl.
Oh,
And she's
yeah.
like, oh, in my world, everybody
Everyone's-
eats rainbows and poops butterflies. That's me.
That's me.
That's
and you're
the-
in pink.
That's the amount of delusion I would like to have.
Yes.
In my
Yeah.
life. Thank you.
I just choose not to accept
Yeah.
the negativity.
yeah.
Yeah. And my favorite, honestly, like the surgeons that really dislike you, or like the surgeons that really can't stand reps or can't stand your product or like want nothing to do with like what you're involved with in your role. And they're like, they see you and it's like they want to sprint the other way,
Mhm.
but you're like, hi.
Yeah.
And like, I'm going to make you my friend.
Yeah,
Like, you're
yeah.
going to like me. I
Mhm.
promise we're going to get there.
Yeah, the nice ones, that's too easy. I want to
Yeah.
challenge.
I
I
know.
want you to get the doctor that's yelling in my face. I'm like, I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
You're going to like me. We're
Yes.
going to be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
No,
is.
I'm the same way. And like even like the office staff sometimes I'm like, I'm going to win you over.
Oh, for sure.
What's your Starbucks order?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's your favorite cookie from Tiff's Treats?
for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You want some Tiffs?
I think that makes it so much more rewarding. Like that's what like the hard part is in this industry, you know, is managing all the relationships and personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh, like conquering that, like you're unstoppable.
I know.
Low-key. Like you really are.
It's fun too. I want to know about Johnny's soccer game
For
on
sure.
Saturday. Like,
Yeah.
how was your family reunion, Gina? Was it
Mhm.
great? Like,
my
I love
gosh,
learning
yes.
all these things about these people because
Yeah.
I think too often as reps too, they come in and they like want to just push their product. I just
Mhm.
want to talk to the doctor. That was something I
Yes.
was very intentional about when I was really in like in the device world, is like making
Mhm.
sure I know who every person is the account, making them feel just as special as the
Mhm.
physician, and that because they deserve your time, they deserve your energy, they deserve your
100%.
smiles, and like you being invested in them too. And that's why I think that when I was talking about finding my sales approach, that's what it was. It was genuinely connecting with every single person
Mhm.
in that account, understanding who does what, their roles, who they are as people. And I think that that's where I found my success.
Mhm.
And
That's what I was going to say is I don't think that people realize that it's like far more, how do I want to say this? Like you need to connect and have that relationship with more than just the doctor that you're with. Like
Mhm.
when you're in surgery, for instance, it's every single person that's in that room,
Yeah.
or every single PA or NP or whoever that they work with,
Mhm.
or the office staff, like you're talking about. Because like
Mhm.
those people at the end of the day, like will go to bat for you at times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As well, if there's ever like
100%.
a question of whether they would, you know, they want to use you or somebody
Mhm.
else or whatever, like they go to bat for you, but that's not why you should do it. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that like
Yeah.
it's important in those moments too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also just how I was raised to treat
Yes.
everyone
CEO
with
and the janitor.
Yeah.
With
the same amount of
level
respect, the same amount of
100%.
kindness, and so I think taking that into everyday life
100%.
is
Mhm.
but that's definitely how I structured my business. Was like, I don't care if you have nothing to do with my referrals. I'm still going to
Mhm.
know who you are, and I'm still
Yeah.
going to treat you the
Yeah.
same because you're
Yeah.
important to me, and
Right.
you're a part of this clinic, and like you are taking care of patients just as
Yes.
much. And so yeah, that was definitely my approach too.
Yeah.
And that's just my approach to life, honestly.
Mhm.
One
Be
thing.
kind. $0 be a kind human.
Yep.
Yes. 100%.
Agreed.
One thing that I feel like I've really started to lean into and just understand in a much deeper way in my role right now. And honestly, it's kind of my team and how everything's been structured. But we took a strengths personality test. So we took it like a Gallup, right?
Yeah.
And so like learning my 5 strengths and
Mhm.
like the order in which like, because they rank them. So like your top 5, but understanding those and really leaning into like that's where I'm strong. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm good at. But also then with that, understanding some of my gaps, right? Like
Mhm.
where am I deficient? Like where do I need to work on and also lean into to challenge myself to grow and be better and in those aspects. But it is so crazy, like the way that I feel like I sell as a rep. Like connectedness is,
Mhm.
I think 3 for me, belief 4. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, just understanding those has really helped me
Mhm.
and really helped me understand like how I approach selling.
Yeah.
And so that's been really
That's
cool.
part of a huge part of my coaching. Like I
gonna
was
say,
saying,
yeah.
is understanding these people and their personality
Mhm.
types, because I can spend an hour talking to them and I know where they're going to thrive, what kind of sales rep they're going to be just off of that 45-minute
Yeah.
initial call with them. And so I can see if someone is going to have a hard time, like in a stressful situation, like in the OR. And I'm like, they're very like facing. They really want to build relationships. Okay, maybe we look into physician liaison roles, and we're not so much like into.
Mhm.
So just spending that time with people and understanding and not trying to like mold them into like this rep that they should be,
Mhm.
and really giving them the platform to like thrive where their strong suits are, like what you're
Yes.
saying. And that's cool to be able to spend time with people and identify that pretty quickly, because me and my business partner have held multiple roles in the industry. So I know kind of what it takes to be.
Mhm.
There's a little bit where it's like you need these things across the board.
Yeah.
But there are different roles that are better suited, I think, for different personality types. And so
Mhm.
spending that time with them and really like highlighting that, like, you're really good at connecting. You're really good at listening and
Mhm.
understanding. And so working with all these different types of people has been really cool to get to understand, like,
Yeah.
I can see where their strong suits are and maybe where I can help bring up the confidence a little bit.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Which honestly I really
Mhm.
love. Like I love that you're saying that because two, I think there's also a huge misconception from like what the industry does look like,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like from service level, if somebody does get on TikTok or whatever, most things like I guess like the 2 categories that you're gonna fall into, like you will understand probably what a pharma rep is.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you think of med device, you strictly think of these people are only in the OR.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like, and it's, I mean, even for us, like, and so how do you approach that? And I love that you have such a good understanding of each type of personality for each type of role to recommend that. Cause I think like
Yeah.
that is a miss.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's a
Especially when the
gap.
people that are coming from clinical backgrounds, like, oh, well, I just want to be in the OR. I want to be in a clinical specialist. And I'm like, well, my clinical specialists were also very much in the accounts building relationships. Like, you're not just going to hide in the OR and only be on that side. Like you're going to wear a lot of hats. And so trying to educate people on that, like, it's not just a clinical job. It is very much a sales job too. It's a relationship forward job, and you're going to be in these clinics and influencing decisions as well. So yeah, but taking the time to tell them about this and understand where they feel like their strong suits are, is definitely, I think that's why also we have a high success rate too, because I'm they're not just like blindly applying to these jobs. They just like want to get in the industry. I'm like talking to them like, I think this is the right role for you. Like try these. And then they interview and they're the right fit. I think that's why a lot of hiring managers are starting to come to us on the recruiting side too, because you have typically in recruiting, you just have people like blindly messaging like, oh, I've looked at your background. I think you'd be good for this. I'm sure y'all have gotten recruiters and you're like, this has nothing to do with anything I've ever done in my life.
Yes.
But so me and my business partner having, you know, he's been in pharma and oncology sales, and I've done physician liaison, and I've done device, and we work for like a bunch of different roles. We know what these hiring managers are looking for. We know the personality types. And so I think that makes us different as a recruiting company too, to be able to come and talk to us. And we already have talked to like hundreds of candidates, and we're like, okay, Sally, this is exactly what they're looking for. He's telling me this is the type of rep that he wants. She's perfect. And so then we're able to fill the gap there and put really qualified. I'm a matchmaker. Come get matched.
You're doing like all the upfront like vetting process for them that they don't have to do anymore.
Exactly.
But I feel like it's more of like the hiring manager themselves gets a say, because like companies have recruiting teams, but that's just based off of like the company, right? But like each team, each manager, everybody kind of sets their own culture and has their own, like, what are they looking for? And like they may in that specific role be needing a certain person with specific strengths, right? Or with a different background to give a different perspective. Then maybe they want somebody who came from coaching, you know, rather than somebody who's coming from a very reputable company or something, you know, like just so understanding specifically what those hiring managers are looking for in certain roles in their team.
And what their needs are at that specific time, because sometimes they're trying to fulfill a role at one time that like later when another spot opens up, they're looking for something completely different. Like it really just depends.
Yeah, I was on the phone with this guy this week talking about placing some candidates with him, and he's like, I don't even need them to have sales experience. Like I'll teach them how to sell. What I'm looking for is someone that's driven and coachable and adaptable and like wants to work hard, and I'll do the rest. So that's to also like speak confidence in some of these people that don't have sales experience. I've had conversations with hiring managers like, I'll teach them how to sell. I got that. What I can't teach is like them to be driven and want to be in this and self-motivated and adaptable and coachable. And like, if you can find that, then give them to me and I can shape them into the rep that I need them to be. And so I think that should give people that are wanting to break into the industry some confidence, because these are conversations that I'm having on a weekly basis of like, that you don't have to have this crazy amount of sales experience. You just need to want this and be ready
more
to
than anyone
work.
else.
Yeah. And so that's really cool to have these conversations too, to be like, okay, this is exactly why I started this business, because there's so many people that want to get into this that talk themselves out of it because they think they're not qualified. You are. Just work with me and I will teach you how to articulate your skills and walk in with confidence. And that's really all you need.
I love it. I love it. Good. I mean, seriously, like, congratulations on what you're doing and what you're building.
You too, guys.
Like,
And so it's so awesome to be doing this with you guys and watching y'all's success while, you know, both of our companies are growing. It's super rewarding.
Yes.
We love it. Okay. Rapid fire.
Okay.
Heels or sneakers?
Heels.
Really?
That's what I figured.
Yeah, I'm a heels girly. I like to get dressed up. Not all the time, but I love an occasional. I'm in heeled boots tonight. We're going to go into town in some heels tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
Calls or meetings?
Meetings.
LinkedIn or in-person networking?
In person.
For sure.
For sure.
What is your coffee order before a big meeting or event?
A honey cinnamon flat white.
Oh my God, I've never had that. I just feel like I need to go get one.
So good. It's so good. It's like a year-round one. I'm also a hot coffee girl.
Okay.
I love a hot coffee. It's hot coffee in the mornings and then iced coffee in the evening. Well, not in the evening. Not crazy, but like the afternoon pick me up.
Okay.
But do you do that and you just don't want people to think that you do drink coffee that late? Because it's okay if you do.
It's really bad, but I have been increasing my caffeine like later in the day.
Yeah. I do that all the
So-
time.
No, I do too.
But now
I
I'm like
take-
staying up later too, so it's real bad.
I take
Yeah.
pre-workout at 7 p.m. and at night sometimes before
Yeah,
I go to
that's
the gym.
next
Yeah, but
level.
you're like working all of it out, I'm sure. If
Yeah,
I
but-
took pre-workout, I would like walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes, like at a high pace, and then I would still be like tweaking. So.
But like sometimes I lay down in bed and I'm like, oh no, this was a horrible idea. But my brain is awake.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I like try to take some melatonin at night, but yeah, I probably need to chill on the
Yeah.
caffeine.
Yeah.
Like people that don't drink coffee, teach me your ways. Because
I don't know. I literally don't know how people do it.
I don't drink coffee, but energy drinks all day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you got
Well, but or
something,
just
so-
caffeine. Like
Yeah.
how do people just say I'm going to have a green tea? And nothing against people that say I'm going to have a green tea, but like how do you just go drink a hot tea?
Yeah.
and feel like a-
no.
New person.
If you function without caffeine and you're like energetic, please tell me how. Please
Teach
tell
me,
us
just
how.
high on life.
Yeah.
I want teach me your ways.
know.
Not me.
for real.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
What has been your favorite pinch me moment since Men Match Marketing? I feel like you might
Well,
want
I
to.
love being on this podcast. So thank you guys for
Aw.
having me. But also probably the first networking event that I threw because I was just like, I'm just going to do this. Like, why not?
Yeah.
And then having like over 100 people turn out to my first networking event. And just like, that's when I was like, okay, I'm doing something here. There's something to be said for what I'm trying to accomplish. There's a market for this. There's a need for this. There's so many people that want to
Mhm.
understand how this business works. And so I just remember like grabbing the microphone and standing in front of like 100 like women too, which was so cool because, you know, I'm trying to really make an impact in that
Yeah.
those statistics of helping women break in. But I think that was the moment where I looked into this crowd of women that are all just here to better themselves, to learn, to break into this male dominated industry. That was a huge, huge moment for me.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay. If you weren't doing a medical sales or coaching job, what do you think you'd be doing instead?
I think I would still be in something like client relations, like, you know, something probably marketing. I think I would
Okay.
still be a marketer,
Okay.
just like something where I'm like helping grow a business and be in front of people and
Mhm.
educating people and, you know, dealing with human connection. I
Yeah.
just love talking to people. And so definitely something marketing sales.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what industry, but you know, maybe real estate agent. I've been
Really?
told like I did like a pose like this on one of my LinkedIn photos, and they're like, "You look like a real estate agent." So maybe I'd be like
There you
selling
go.
houses or something.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah, I
Or
Okay.
be
me
on
too.
selling sunset.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Lord.
Or yeah, actually, people have always told me that I need to be on reality TV, so maybe I would be on reality TV. soon.
Yeah. That'd be fun. I agree. I think like it would be so fun to be on reality
Sarah
TV.
talks about this all the time, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you run with it, girl, but I will never be having a TV show
Yeah.
with you. Like,
Honestly, thank
I don't
God
want to
that
be
I
a
never
Kardashian.
was,
I don't
but-
like, no.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. I'd probably get canceled pretty
Yeah.
quickly, so
Yeah.
I need to.
I'm like-
keep a low profile.
Just because, like, I don't want people like, okay, you can know about my life, but I don't want you that like laser focused on like my life. Like, I still want some
Yeah.
sense of like,
I don't know. I
me.
just think like
mm-mm.
realistically, still on reality TV, it's like social media. Like it's still a highlight reel.
Yeah,
Like it's still
Yes,
like
but-
stuff gets shown that like you want to get shown. You know what I mean? Or that like you I
Yeah.
mean, you're just your real life, but like I mean, I don't know.
I just,
we're
like-
kind of on reality TV somewhat. It's
Yeah.
just our own little mini
I just don't want
TikTok
people
world
that
of it.
like heavily invested and involved in like my love life or what my husband or
yeah,
when I have a husband, like what they're doing or my kiddos. Like I just
yeah. There's definitely
want a
an
more simple,
invasion
like-
of privacy.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yes.
want? I want to
Yes.
be like the Alex Earl best friend.
There you
Like
go.
yeah, like I want my best friend to be Alex Earl, and then I'll just like ride that coattail. Like I'll
Yes,
go to all the
yes.
events, but like they're in like the spotlight.
Yeah,
but like
that's
I just have like
awesome.
the rich, successful bestie. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I want to be. Like
I love
Kylie
that.
Jenner's best friend.
There
I want to be
you
the
go.
Stassi.
The Stassi.
yeah. That's what I
love
want.
it.
that.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
okay.
Okay.
And finally,
Mhm.
I love this question. What's your biggest piece of advice for women who want to chase big dreams and build something of their own?
You got to believe in yourself. I think that there is absolutely nothing in this world that a woman cannot do. We
Mhm.
are superhumans. We're just superior. I'm sorry to say it, but there is no room that you don't deserve to be in. There's no goal that you can't accomplish. There's literally nothing you can't do that you put your mind to. So
Mhm.
just believe in yourself, and I think everything will fall into place, truly.
I agree. I
Love
love
that.
that.
Mhm.
Taylor, thank you so much
you
for
guys
coming
so
on.
much.
Oh my gosh, this was so fun.
I had so much fun.
I am so we're so grateful for this relationship and thankful for all the things that you're doing for women in this industry. And thank you and keep going. 'Cause
Thank you. I love you
Yeah.
guys. I'm so
Love
happy
you.
that y'all
Thank
had me
you.
on.
Yes. All right. And
Thank
tune
you.
in next time, guys.